Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 8, I believe, of our Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rare 16 playthrough. Oh my god, so a lot has happened since the last video. First off, we have Silver Rank now, because that's a thing. I went through Mount Thunder on my first attempt. I failed on like the 9th floor. So I took that as a sign that I needed to do some serious work off camera in order to make sure that that did not happen again. So, your boy is now level 16, and the partner is also level 16. I think we were like level 12 or 13 when I tried to do it. So hopefully that'll help. We recruited a couple new Pokemon. We got ourselves a Weedle, a Paras, I guess, and an Aeron. I can't remember if I had the Aeron in the last video or not. I don't remember. We trained them up a little bit too. He's level 11. Zigzagoon is almost level 20. I just can't. That's just ridiculous. Zigzagoon's almost level 20. So we're gonna take him along with us for this dungeon. Another thing I went ahead and did is I linked a bunch of moves together. So we got Charmander has Growl and Scratch linked. Mudkip has Mudslap and Water Gun linked, and Zigzagoon has Tail Whip and Tackle, all linked together. So today's Mount Thunder Day, so I'm gonna real quick go fix my inventory and all that other stuff, and I'll be right back. So now that all that is done, I also forgot to mention, we're now bankrupt because I bought all the friend areas and I did enough job requests to unlock like 4 other friend areas through different jobs and stuff. So that was fun. We're going to go ahead and accept that, and we're going to store these, and we're just going to go immediately right into this. Trying to take on Mount Thunder. The biggest issue I ran into the first time I ran this was Electabuzz, using Quick Attack and then using Electric-type moves against Mudkip, so hopefully we don't have that same problem. I'm also noticing that the starters level up at a different rate, so Mudkip and Torchic, obviously, the ones I usually play as, level up quicker than Charmander does, so it's an issue that I'm still trying to deal with. You just have to do a lot. When I live streamed this game a couple years ago, I was playing probably 4 hours at least every night that I would do it, so it wasn't a problem for me, right? It was something I could very easily do and very easily deal with. Wow, having those moves linked together is so nice. And so I could deal with the amount of time that I had to spend playing. In YouTube videos, it's a bit of a different format. I have to go a little bit faster, and I don't have as much time. I try to keep these videos down to about around 15-20 minutes is what I always aim for. So that's going to be a problem when the dungeon gets much bigger, because this one I think is about 12 floors or so. But, you know, other ones we're going to get to are going to be like 20, 25 in certain cases. So we're going to have to really deal with that. We got lucky in the first few floors of stairs. Glad we're on the 3rd floor already. It's just sort of using your resources and balancing your time, right? And I always try to make sure that I'm not wasting people's time. You know, I want people to enjoy the content that they're watching, and I want people to be entertained. So the way you do that is you smartly play the game instead of just rambling on forever to just a regular screen, which is kind of what I'm doing now, except we're moving. That's pretty much the only difference. Growl I linked with Scratch. I kind of wanted to talk about that for a second, just because Growl was a move that I was never going to use otherwise. Like, I never take a turn and use it. So I figured I might as well just link it with the move that I use the most, because they have a similar amount of PP or power points. I decided to link Zigzagoon's Tail Whip and Tackle together, just because, well, Tackle is usually a weaker move, right? It's not usually something that can just one-shot an opponent. But when you use it in conjunction with... Oh, that's not what I expected. When you use it in conjunction with Tail Whip, it becomes a little bit more useful, and it can actually one-shot things. Okay, so we got Nidoran male. Was not expecting that. If we look at the recruitment search here, we can actually get like Pidgeotto and stuff too. So let's go into the team here, and we're going to disable his item master. That's the thing that allows him to use Reviver Seeds if he dies. Because I can come back and get him, right? I can come back and recruit him again. I can't face Zapdos again, right? I want to emphasize getting through the dungeon instead of recruitment. But, you know, I'm not gonna complain about getting it. So here's me. I'm trying to pull the rest of the team into the room, basically. This is you're going to see me do this a lot later on in the game. This is the first opportunity that I really get to do that. And so as you can see, it's much more effective when you fight as a group instead of when you fight on your own. Because now there's 3 of us fighting one Pokemon instead of 2 or even 1 in a lot of cases that I was dealing with in my first playthrough. We also have like 50 Gravel Rocks with us, so it allows us to make many, many, many different ranged attacks. And as you can see, I used Growl in a room where there were Pokemon sleeping, so it woke up all the sleeping Pokemon. Wasn't really worried about that, but sometimes I do. Before I take the stairs, I am going to check to make sure that Zigzagoon is not holding an item. He is. So we're going to go ahead and take that. Also, I made sure to give my starters items, so then, you know, their stats are slightly boosted. Charmander's a power band because he's normally using a Scratch, and Mudkip has a special band because he's normally using the water gun and Mud Slap, which is different. So I'm gonna make sure that I drop the Gravel Rock 3, that way it can stack together, and we're gonna keep going. Stantler, not too much of a problem. This is going already a lot better than my the last run through did. Using a sort of very basic text guide as far as like the levels you need to be on and the Pokemon that you'll face and the amount of floors you have to deal with. This was pretty much the level they suggested, to be between about 15 or 20 when you go through this dungeon and then the dungeon right after it. So that's why I wanted to make sure I hit this point, just to give you guys a better experience. On the other hand, I was thinking of playing like bare bones, like just going through different dungeons and taking what came. Figured that was not as entertaining, right? Okay, this is going to be weird. Let's see if I can do this. Because I have 1 turn until Stantler... Whoops, wrong button. I meant to be holding down... Yeah, I pushed the wrong button. That's fine. Basically, I didn't want this Nidoran to be facing Stantler all by himself. That was the one thing. And it looks like that turned out okay because we were still able to defeat it. Leer's going to be helpful, and that poison point might be helpful, so I'd like to keep him alive for Zapdos. Zigzagoon grew to level 20, because no one is surprised. In the trainer games, I believe level 20 is when Zigzagoon would evolve. So it's like... I remember playing Hoenn a lot. Like, Zigzagoon was a staple, right? He was one that I would have a lot of just to build up items that I could sell later on in the game. So that's going to become really useful. I'm going to go ahead and check his moves real quick. We're going to get rid of that and get rid of that, just so then he's focused on attacking. He's not really going to have much time to boost his stats or reduce the stats of other opponents in order to combat more effectively, because Pokemon are going to be able to do a lot of damage to him really quickly, and so I wanted to sort of take care of that. Okay, we got these 2 guys. These are the ones I was worried about. And then Static. Yep, saw that coming. Saw that coming from a mile away. So... let's do that. I think that was the better decision. Yeah, it was. I had the choice of pulling Mudkip to the front or Zigzagoon to the front, and I couldn't attack. When you're paralyzed in this game, you cannot attack at all. You get 1 turn to like move or switch out during your paralysis. So that's why I made sure to move another party member into the room, into the battle. A lot more strategic, a lot more selective with the moves that I decided to use. Just, again, trying to have a more effective run-through than the first one I did. I might upload the failed attempt. I still have it saved, but as of right now, I just wanted to get through it. I wanted to be like, hey, you know, I don't suck. I'm not that terrible, right? Okay, back up a second. The fact that Zigzagoon's attack did almost 100 damage, that's ridiculous. He's going to destroy Zapdos. Does Zigzagoon have the Item Master on? I might actually turn it on for him. No, okay, I'll just leave it. But just that attack is crazy, and that's why he was so useful in the trainer games in Hoenn, because he was a really good attack and defense Pokemon. Poochyena, on the other hand, was not. That was more of a only really attack. Kind of sucked on defense. And so, boom, that was the thing, right? That you just saw Mudkip do there. So, again, in previous playthroughs, I've normally been Mudkip. Adjusting to playing a fire type instead is a very interesting experience. So, yeah. Hold on, I'm just making one quick little adjustment here. Thank you for bearing with me with that. We're going to go ahead and continue. I'm just adjusting the screen size a little bit. I'm not sure if that works on the fly, but here we are. Okay, so we're actually making really good time so far. I didn't expect it to go by this fast. That's fine. And we're just going to kind of see where this takes us. I'm trying to use logical reasoning to get through this because, yep, there we go. Cool. glad my brain's useful for something. 8th floor, so we're making much, much better progress. By this point in the last playthrough, I had lost both reviver seeds. I'm going to try to get to that max elixir over there. That's going to be useful later on. You saw a Gligar down there briefly in the bottom right-hand corner. Gligar and Gliscor were actually really interesting Pokemon. They were, I believe, Flying Ground, which is an interesting combination. Alright, we got Electabuzz here. This is one of the biggest threats in the dungeon. Mainly because when you attack him physically, you get a chance of paralysis, but also, he has a powerful ranged attack, and he's an electric type, which means he automatically has an advantage against Mudkip. So it's really unfortunate in that way. But yeah, Flying Ground, I think, for some reason. It's a very interesting type combination. I feel like I'm a Pokemon analyst. Oh no, we've hit this part of the dungeon. Okay, so when I say we've hit this part of the dungeon, let me explain what I mean by that. You're noticing that it's a lot of passages in the middle and then rooms kind of just all branched off away from each other. That's how one particular dungeon is later in the game, and it's really hard. But yeah, so we can go through the friend areas I unlocked really quick through the missions that I did. We did Echo Cave, Dragon Cave, Mount Moon View, and I believe there's one more. We can look at it a little bit later. I just figured I'd highlight that real quick. So yeah, again, really good progress, getting some good experience here too. So we're leveling up pretty decently. We destroyed that Stantler, so we're doing a really good job. That's another thing. So using items is something I'm not always good at either, so I'm trying to get better at doing that too, mainly because I have so many, right? I came into this dungeon with like 50-something gravel rocks. So when you have the resources, use the resources. That's how that works. Okay. All right. That is not good. That is... I'm being careful to take the right step here. Sorry. Facing two of these guys is not fun. See? And that's why. Is the freaking static. Luckily, I have Zigzagoon next to me, who was more than capable of destroying them in one hit. So that was good. Yeah, where's the stairs, guys? There we go. That was a struggle. That was hard. Hopefully the next couple floors are not like that, but I believe they... Okay, we are already really hungry. So let's eat that apple that I have here. I have 67 gravel rocks. That's ridiculous. Whoops. Gotta go grab his item again. Gold ribbons. That's worth 2k poke. We got a Growlithe up there. Interesting. Growlithe's actually fun. I got to use Growlithe a lot in Pokemon Go. I used to use Arcanine a lot. That was my really first experience with using Growlithe on a wider scale. So that was cool. Solid Pokemon, right? He can learn electric type attacks, which is interesting, because that defeats the water type weakness that he has. My personal favorite, that doesn't make any sense, is the fact that Gyarados can learn something like Thunder. I just love how illogical that is and how much sense that doesn't make. Okay. Moving right along again. The Gravel Rock misses, so we just have to go in with regular attacks. Wow. We had terrible accuracy there. Okay. So another room. No stairs. Manectric. Is that how you say that? That's the evolved form of Electrike. Another strong electric type, right? I believe this is the floor that I died on my first run through. Oh, great! I'm running out of PP as well. That's awesome. Okay. Well, I can't use fire types moves against this guy, so we're just going to try to make our way through. Pink gummy. All right, that's fine. That's actually best, I believe, for poison types. So the different colored gummies obviously favor different Pokemon when we're talking about building up their IQ, which is different things they can use in combat, such as run away, wait there, walking through walls, the basic stuff. I believe there's also one that's like more, more aware of the PP they're using, and then also more aware of like their hunger and all these different things. So it's actually quite extensive. And we'll be looking at those comparisons as we get on into future episodes and future content based around the Mystery Dungeon series. I forgot that was about to fall apart. Hopefully I don't use it again. It's so easy to use, though, right? Okay, here we are. Here's this guy finally. Wow, that was not... I didn't expect it to be that strong of an attack. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try to take this guy out ourselves again. See, 20 less damage, right? That was the damage, the amount that I was expecting. Okay. So, we're going to use the gravel. That was a mistake. Yeah, because then Zigzagoon moves up by himself. Okay. And then... we just have to keep moving here. I don't know why that Pokemon didn't realize that I was throwing rocks at him. Maybe maybe he rolled badly on his perception. That's a D&D joke. Yay for coughing. Okay. Got a TM over here. What's this one going to be? Roar. Okay. Shout out to Katy Perry. 10 out of 10. So we got this room here. We're going to go Growlithe. Okay. What's up? What's up? How you doing? It's your boy. Growlithe is such a weird name when you think about it. Just don't think about it then. Zigzagoon gained to level 20. This is ridiculous. This guy is on, as they say, X Games mode. Oh, he's going to learn Mud Sport. Okay. That's actually helpful. That's actually really helpful. We're going to get rid of this move for that. Perfect time to learn Mud Sport when we're about to face an electric type legendary. That's perfect. I actually couldn't have timed that better. The only way I could have timed that better is if somehow I recruited like Rhyhorn or something, who has Lightning Rod ability, which just cancels out all electric type attacks. Where is the stairs in this maze of a place? Oh God. Okay. New plan. Here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna throw gravel rocks over Mudkip's head, and we're gonna hope that doesn't fail. Okay, cool. Awesome. So that actually didn't go as bad as I thought it would. I think the stairs are down here. Perfect. 11th. Oh no. Okay, we made it. We made it to the save point. Cool. So we're gonna go ahead and save. We can't save here. That's right. This is a thing. So we're gonna go ahead and end this part here. Mount Thunder Peak will be up next, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching.